Hey, Joe from Boulet's Garage here. I got a new customer here, 2012 CRV. I've never seen the vehicle before, getting ready to go on a trip across the country to California. And not really knowing where the vehicle at makes my job really hard as far as maintenance goes. So it's kind of hard for me to look into a crystal ball, tell you what may or may not happen, especially if you're going on a long trip. The only thing I can do is check it over like I was checking it over for myself. First off, the car turned over slow, and I checked the battery. I'm doing an oil change to it, and I always check the battery anyway. But I went ahead and did a starter test. The battery tested good, but the cranking voltage is low on the starter on this car, and could mean the starter is on its way out. The starter's under here, under the intake plastic plenum. You got to pull that out of the way to get to it. But I'm going to do the best I can to avoid this individual running into any problems. Um, I'm going to check all the other obvious stuff. Now, the serpentine belt looks good, not cracked or anything, but I don't know when it was replaced or if it's ever been replaced, because they can wear on both sides. I had a YouTuber ask me a question about radiator hoses and when you should replace them. I tell you, on Hondas or Toyotas or some of them, they got 300,000 miles of the original hoses on them. They're not bloated at all. Um, the biggest thing is radiator clamps. This isn't a good example, but some of them get really rusted bad, especially on the bottom side. But those are something to look after because they get weak. You can blow your hose right off and lose all your coolant. But I'm going to look this car over like I was taking it on a trip myself. I think that's the best way to approach it. The last thing I want to do is see anybody break down, especially myself. So I'm going to look it over for maintenance items as best I can. Safety items, obviously those are important. I can tell you that the windshield wipers suck on this vehicle. I don't know if the tranny fluid's ever been done or not, or anything on this vehicle. So it was serviced by Nearby State, Vermont. I don't know exactly what they did to it, but I'm going to try and look as best I can to see. But yeah, so I'm going to clean out the compost here they got going on. You don't really need that. Obviously, it's going to need a cabin air filter. I'll have to check that as well. So yeah, a restricted cabin air filter can restrict the flow of air into your cabin, as it were, and kind of ruin your blower motor over time, not to mention the odor you might get. All right, so I'm going to get this up in the air. I'm going to do an oil change to it, get it draining, and look the rest of the vehicle over. So, to be continued. All right, I'm getting a look at the underside of this 2012 CRV that's going on a trip. And so far, the brakes look good. Nothing ready to fall off, so to speak. Not sure if the dual pump fluid's been replaced or not in the differential. The brakes in the back are new. Uh, Not much synthetic grease on them, though. You tend to make them wear out quicker. One thing I did notice, though, is it seems like it's starting to have a little bit of an oil leak. And if you look right up in here, you can see a little bit of oil on those bolts. Now, I don't know if the crank seal's starting to leak above or it's the pan seal that's leaking a little bit. I'm going to make the customer be aware of it, but it's the only time it could be a real issue is if the crank seal went and it blew oil all over the belt. But um, really kind of a hard one to diagnose without pulling the harmonic balancer off. But overall, I mean, I can't see anything that is going to cause too much of an issue. And then again, anything can happen. I did do a starter test on this car, and it tested weak. And the battery tested good, but That's something there you don't want to have fail on a trip, that's for sure. Serpentine belt looks okay, but I don't know when the last time it was replaced, so I'm going to mention that to them. Overall, this car is in pretty good shape for me never seeing it. The tires are good. That's important for a long trip. The spare tire, I was offering to check her spare tire, but the back is completely freighted with stuff, so I'm not going to start moving a bunch of personal belongings to do that without her approval. But yeah, so if you're getting ready to go on a long trip with your vehicle, make sure you have it checked out right. Some people, they'll bring their car to one of the chain stores. Yeah, you're good to go, and they get halfway out the middle of the country, and their serpentine belt blows out. But yeah, if this video has helped you or encouraged you to have your vehicle checked over really good before you go on a trip, make sure you hit the like button, and also subscribe. That would be even better. I'd appreciate it. Have a good night and stay safe out there. A lot of people are distracted with their driving habits. Have a good night.